Passengers for the Dead Dunes and Luxurian South Station, please board now. Thank you.
So this is the last surviving wilderness.
It's the world as it once was. Nature's last stand. Wild beasts still live and die here as they always have. It's raw in nature, red in tooth and claw, and the chaos here is just as dangerous. The people who live out here are not like the city dwellers. They're different. They don't follow the teachings of the Order. And they don't want to rely on handouts either, so they strive to live off the land.
A refuge for those who refuse to be tamed. Is that it?
Light!
The encounter is ordained. You have been led to the fountainhead, whence the chaos flows. Here you will meet the servant of fate, adorned with feathers of white. The Angel of Valhalla.
Light? What just happened?
I heard a voice. It said that I've been led here, and I'm supposed to meet someone. The Angel of Valhalla.
What kind of voice? I didn't pick anything up on this end.
A young girl, but I don't think she's close. It was more like she was speaking from the chaos itself.
I just ran a search on this angel person, but it came up blank. Maybe you should ask the locals.
Yeah? What do you want?
I have a question for you. Have you ever heard of someone called the Angel of Valhalla?
Hey, you must be new to these parts. There's not a man or woman here that doesn't know the Angel.
The Angel of Valhalla isn't a person. It's a legendary chocobo, covered in feathers as white as the clouds. It's the sacred bird that only appears at the end of the world.
So it's a local legend then?
Yeah, a legend. At least that's what it used to be. But in recent times, many folk have seen the bird with their own two eyes. A lot of us are thinking maybe that story is true.
Maybe it is, but Dr. Gysahl has been after it for years, and he still doesn't have proof that the beast is the one from legend.
Dr. Gysahl? Who would that be?
The famous veterinarian, of course. A prickly character with the temper of a behemoth, but he loves his chocobos. When it comes to the Angel, he's the leading expert in all of the Wildlands.
The doctor lives up the road a bit, in the village of Canopus Farms. If you catch him in a good mood, he'll help you out. Maybe.
A white chocobo at the end of the world.
There's nothing about this in any of the official scriptures of the Order. It's a local story, a superstition.
Even if it is, someone spoke to me. The voice was real, and it mentioned the Angel of Valhalla. I want to know who it was.
If you think that's what you need to do, then go ahead. You have a lead, at least.
Right, a bad-tempered chocobo vet by the name of Dr. Gysahl. They said I could find him in Canopus Farms.
You aren't from around here, are you? I suppose you've come to seek the wisdom of our famous Dr. Gysahl.
I wanted to ask him about the Angel of Valhalla.
I knew it. Well, first things first. You have heard of our chocobo legend, right?
You mean the one about a sacred white chocobo that appears at the end of the world?
That's the one. Some of us call that chocobo the Angel of Salvation. Oh, how we've been praying for him to appear. The angel is a harbinger, a signal that it's over at last.
That's something to pray for?
Oh yes. For the people who live out here, death is a kind of salvation. An outsider like you must find it difficult to understand. 5 centuries ago, all hell broke loose and a new god took over. We became immortal, against all natural laws. See, the people out here don't like that. Even gods shouldn't be allowed to change the natural order of things. Living off the land, growing our own food, surviving by our own wits, and dying when our time is up. That's what we want.
And that's why the white chocobo is a good thing. It means this unnatural life is gonna be over at last.
Right. But you're welcome to believe different. We don't push our creed on anyone. At the same time, as long as you're going to be visiting us here for a while, it's right that you know our ways.
For the people of the Wildlands, the white chocobo is a sign. A herald of a special kind of salvation. Many in these lands worship XIII, the goddess of death. They pray to eventually return to her side, which in their creed is the same as ceasing to exist.
Why don't you take a look at my work?
If you want to learn more about the Angel of Valhalla, you should speak to Dr. Gysahl of Canopus Farms.
Hello there, stranger. Welcome to Canopus Farms. My name's Garrett. Guess you could say I run things around here. What can we do for you?
I've come to talk to your vet, Dr. Gysahl.
Ah, got it. You want to know about the Angel of Valhalla, right? Well, Dr. Gysahl's your man.
Yeah, well, that's what everyone tells me.
He's been chasing that white chocobo for over a century now. No one comes close to his passion and expertise. It's all he cares about since his daughter died.
What is it?
Ah, damn. I shouldn't have said anything about his daughter. It's not a secret or anything, but he really hates anybody talking about it. The doctor first came out here with his daughter. They planned to learn about the legend together. But about a century ago, she was killed while they were both out tracking chocobos. It was tragic. The doctor never really told the whole story of what happened. But after that, he threw himself even deeper into his research and work. Soon, it was all he cared about. But listen, promise me one thing, okay?
I won't let on that you told me. Don't worry.
Thanks. I'd appreciate it. I mean, everyone around these parts knows the story, of course, but he wouldn't like it if strangers started asking about his past. Anyway, if you're interested in seeing the legendary chocobo for yourself, Dr. Gysahl is the man you have to talk to. They say he's seen the Angel of Valhalla more than a few times. At least a chocobo that looks just like it.
Sounds like he could help.
I'd bet my hunting bow on it. Well, may nature bless you.
What do you mean?
It's just a saying we have out here in the Wildlands. It means good luck.
By all accounts, he's a difficult man to deal with. But no one knows more about chocobos.
What do you want?
I want to know more about the Angel of Valhalla.
Go away.
I heard you know things. The encounter is ordained. You have been led to the fountainhead whence the chaos flows. Does that mean anything to you?
Great XIII's helm. Where did you hear those words? Who spoke them?
A young girl, but I never saw her.
A maiden's voice born on the wind. Yes, that's how I heard them too. So it would appear that she has spoken to both of us. Very well. I will share what I know. The angel is a tempestuous chocobo that lives in these plains. I myself have glimpsed the creature many times, but unfortunately have never succeeded in capturing him. It is said whoever can break him and ride him will become his master. But I've long since given up hope that it shall be me.
Nor me. I don't know anything about chocobos.
Don't rule yourself out, young lady. You may be the one, if you're telling the truth about the voice, that is. It's true, not everyone who hears the voice is the chosen one. But rest assured, the encounter will happen. The legends tell us that the chocobo's chosen master will be led by the chocobo to a certain place. I speak of that dread edifice whence the chaos emerges, the temple of XIII herself.
You mean the one built into the cliff?
The very same. And deep below that sinister haven of destruction, an ocean of chaos royals, the great chaos of the stories.
What does that mean? Is it a different kind of chaos?
Alas, the legends give us few details. If you wish to find an answer to that question, you will have to seek the truth in the temple.
And to do that, I've got to find and tame the Angel of Valhalla.
Yes, indeed. But that, let me assure you, is no easy task. I have a couple of assistants who live here in the village. Talk to them, and they can give you advice about finding the chocobo.
An ocean of great chaos buried beneath a temple. Do you think it could be true? Does the Order know anything about it?
No, I'd say it's likely they don't. That temple appeared here from the other world, from Valhalla itself. When it still stood in Valhalla, it was responsible for sealing away a power, the one that now consumes the world. Something inside that temple is the source, the thing that created the chaos. 500 years ago, it let loose the chaos we see now, but it seems to have been dormant since then. No one knows why.
And you think it's waiting in the temple? This great chaos, that's the source of it all?
It's certainly possible. Perhaps this legendary Chocobo will take you there.
Or maybe it won't. But either way, someone's asking for me, and I think it's time I answer. Excuse me, do you know anything about the Angel of Valhalla?
Do I? You're as smart as you look coming to me with that question. I'll have you know I am the oldest, yes, that's right, the oldest surviving student of the great Dr. Gysahl himself. First, the basics. The legendary Chocobo, the so-called Angel of Valhalla, is not a creature anyone can find just by looking for it.
Except, I'm guessing you're gonna tell me that you can.
Not quite, but I can tell you what the good doctor has told me. That angel is anything but angelic. It's a rough, wild beast. He deliberately seeks out his mortal foe, the Chocobo Eater. So you see, if you wish to find the white Chocobo of legend...
I should find a Chocobo Eater.
Precisely. I knew you were smart. Now, the last sighting of a Chocobo Eater was in the City of Ruins. The ruins lie in grim terrain that stretches yonder to the east. But the Chocobo Eater is a fearsome beast. Be prepared for a fight.
If you want to find the prey, seek out the predator. It makes sense. You should head east and find the City of Ruins. A great city was once built here. For a while, it was the center of all human culture. It appears the ruins here are all that remain of that time.
So was that our golden age? Well, judging by the state of them, it ended a long time ago.
The chaos that's destroying the world emerged right here in the Wildlands. The initial flood of chaos devastated this entire area.
Come, stay, friend. These lands are filled with dangerous beasts. What's more, a Chocobo Eater rampages in the east.
If a Chocobo predator's out there, there must be Chocobos too.
Oh, so you were seeking the wild Chocobo. Normally, I would warn city folk from such folly, but you look capable enough. But know if you find yourself in trouble, return quickly to the high road. My people are there and will help. Come, stay, friend. What's more, a Chocobo.
Dr. Gysahl talked about a great chaos beneath the Temple of the Goddess. What do you think?
I hope that I'm wrong about this, but I'd say that the force behind the world's destruction might be buried somewhere in that temple.
The unseen chaos. I came into contact with it just once. I still remember the feeling. It's not something that belonged in this world. It had to be stopped and destroyed, but I wasn't strong enough to stop it. The chaos came. It's the white Chocobo. I found it.
He's injured. You have to help him.
I don't plan on losing. Time to mix it up. Unfurl the wings of death. The goddess makes me powerful. Time claims us all. Look at this. Why didn't he just run away? He's torn up pretty bad.
Perhaps he had to fight to protect something.
It's all right, little one. I'll help you. You're bleeding heavily. We have to stop it.
It's the white Chocobo. What happened here?
He needs medical attention, and fast.
Right. I'll get the doctor. Yeah! Yep! Oh!
even worse than I feared. Hey, help me get him to Canopus Farms, now!
Yes,
I won't
Doctor.
let him die. Of that you have the word of Dr. Gysahl. Stop moving around! Quickly!
I'm sorry. Dr. Gysahl's in surgery right now and can't be disturbed. You'll have to wait
Give
here.
me some fresh water. Yeah. Okay, good.
As I stood there, watching the doctor try to save the Chocobo's life, I knew this was no ordinary animal.
All right. Good. Good, that's it.
Not only because of the legend, I felt a connection, as if we'd fought together.
There, that's it. Easy.
But why? It made no sense.
All right.
Hang on.
It's all over. You can come see for yourself.
Light, what about the Chocobo?
Is he all right?
His wounds are cleaned and dressed, but he's still dying.
Can't you help?
Listen to me. He's half-starved. If he is to recover, he needs nutrients, vitamins, protein. But no matter what we do, we can't make him eat.
Is he that weak?
It's not a question of being weak. He's too proud. That's the problem. We've tried everything to coax him, but he simply won't accept any food from humans. And the fool beast just glares at us.
That pride will kill him.
Such a stubborn bird can be none other than the Angel of Valhalla. The only human the angel will bow to is the one he recognizes as master. Perhaps he will obey you. Try it. Offer him this.
Light, it might be the Chocobo's only hope.
Is this all right?
Well, it looks like he recognizes you as his master. As long as we keep providing him with feed, he should recover. I say we, but of course I mean you. He will not accept help from anyone else. He has to be your responsibility and yours alone.
If I do it, will he recover?
I would bet my reputation on it. This is the bird of legend. You're destined to ride him to the fountainhead of the chaos. But before you can do that, the bird needs to be fed.
So you said. Any hints? What kind of food should I give him?
I prescribe a balanced diet of Gysahl greens, quality sheep's milk, and nutritional supplements. Ask the villagers if they have any greens or milk to spare.
Thanks to the doctor, the Chocobo is out of immediate danger. But he needs more treatment before he's fully recovered.
Hey, don't step on the vegetables.
Sorry, I didn't mean to...
It's all right. No harm done. I was only warning you. I've just planted a whole crop of Gysahl seedlings.
Right. Chocobo's favorite food.
Yep, and our bread and butter. My name is Serah, by the way. This is our field. My father's and mine. We've always worked it together. Nice to meet you and everything. You should feed that white Chocobo of yours with some Gysahl greens. Normally we have a full crop, but with father away I have no fertilizer to grow more. That's the last one, but you can have it.
So now I have to play nurse to a giant bird. I'm telling you, it better be worth the trouble.
He'll become your steed.
My friend, we meet again. They tell me that the white Chocobo is out of danger.
Yes, he's safe for now. Thanks to you. You brought the doctor just in time.
Lucky for us both. I'm glad we could save that magnificent animal. Now here, I give you this gift.
able to guide you to the temple of the goddess and the source of the great chaos.
We'll see. He'd better be useful. I was never one for keeping pets.
Somehow, that doesn't surprise me. So, what are you going to do next?
Hey, how's that bird doing? Of course, I speak of the white chocobo that you're caring for. Perhaps you would like to feed him some of this fortifying milk. The truth is, one of my regulars wanted it, but I just can't stand by seeing that poor creature suffer. You take it. Visit any time.
I believe in quality.
Oh, you should eat.
A bunch of fuss buckets, aren't they? The villagers, I mean.
Everyone's been very kind and helpful.
Well, you have to be out here in the Wildlands. No one who tries going it alone survives very long. Just remember, if someone scratches your back, they'll expect some back scratching in return.
Drink this.
It's a unique specimen, without a doubt. But it needs to eat what other chocobos eat. Even a legend can't live on air and admiration.
Did you try offering him food again? Is he still refusing you?
Yes, we've tried. But he kicks up a fuss loud enough to scare the sheep in Arius. It's you or nobody.
I guess I'm stuck with him. Easy now.
Things have finally settled down. Have you had a chance to talk to everyone here at Canopus Farms? People here, they understand the importance of helping each other out. It's the only way to survive. As long as that chocobo keeps eating, he's bound to recover sooner or later. The problem is, he'll only accept food from your hand. He doesn't need any more surgery. And he won't accept food from me. So it looks like I've done all that I can for him. If you need any help or advice, talk to 13.
Easy there. Be careful.
Such a resilient animal.
Will he be all right?
Let's have a look. Yes, he's doing much better. Healthy enough to be ridden, I'd say. He's on the way to a complete recovery, but you'll need to keep an eye on him for a while. I must say, he truly is a splendid specimen. I've spent 100 years caring for chocobos, and I feel as if it were all preparing me for this moment. Thank you.
What is it? You're getting better. Good. I'm happy to hear it.
I'm glad you could help the chocobo. Well done, Light. So, what do you say? Why don't you saddle up and head for Rocky Crag?
Right. I need to know more about what's behind the story of the Great Chaos. And that means checking out that temple.
In the foothills near the temple is an isolated settlement called Poltae. It's inhabited by disciples of the goddess XIII-3.
A whole village of heretics who've turned their backs on the Order.
Heretics they may be, but they aren't fanatics. They fled from persecution in the city. They only want to be left alone.
Then, I don't think they'll appreciate a stranger dropping by.
Well, you won't know until you go. Poltae lies at the edge of Rocky Crag. right. I've been measuring your Chocobo's recovery. He's coming along well. He can leap further and higher than before. This means you'll be able to explore more areas of the Wildlands. The Chocobo can now catch the wind when he jumps. You'll be able to reach more places than you could before. I think if his recovery continues, he'll be able to take you up that cliff and into the Temple of the Goddess.
You can find those flowers growing there. North of here lies a desolate land that's littered with the hulks of downed airships. Hardly anyone goes there, apart from the curious and the brave. If you manage to trek across that land, you'll eventually reach one particular airship wreck. There's a man who lives in that wreckage, a recluse who's turned his back on the rest of human society. Of course, he's not the only recluse to make his way out to the Wildlands, but this one stands out with his giant nest of a haircut. I hear he used to be a pilot back in the day.
You are truly one of the few people who dare travel here. This is a terribly desolate place. Over there! A graveyard for many wrecked airships. Perhaps this is the result of the wave of destruction that occurred 500 years ago.
I wonder what the other researchers are doing.
A traveler? Well, this is a rare treat.
This place is off the beaten track.
Let me tell you something. This used to be the center of civilization. It might be hard to believe, but up until a few centuries ago, this land was home to the world's largest city.
Yeah, a long time ago, right?
Yeah, that's right. And then the chaos came and devoured everything. Soon after, I set up camp here with my colleagues to research the dark power that swept over this land. No one's been keeping track of how long we've been out here, but it's been a while. We've been preoccupied, buried in our work, though we've made little progress. That Chocobo is the rumored Angel of Valhalla, isn't he? The Chocobo of legends. Now that I've seen him for myself, he does look rather regal.
He's a lot more than regal.
Oh, no offense. I know he's a creature of destiny, fated to lead his ordained master to the truth.
So you know something about this legend?
Of course. My team and I have been in this mysterious land for many years. We call this the Omega Point, the origin of the chaos that erupted and spread throughout the land over 500 years ago. It appears the source of the chaos is rumored to be hidden somewhere inside the Temple of the Goddess, out here in the Wildlands. We were sent out here to investigate the Omega Point, but because of the rocky terrain, there are still areas we haven't been able to reach. Unfortunately, the Goddess's temple is one of them.
But now that the Angel of Valhalla has decided to grace us with his presence...
Exactly. With those wings, there's no doubt he can take you there. Many old remains have been discovered in this area. For example, do you see that over there? That's the wreckage of an airship that fell to the ground after getting sucked into the chaos. If only we could gather data from the wreckage, I'd be willing to bet it would be an enormous help to our research.
It might help you solve the mystery of what happened back when the world first started to fall apart. Is that the idea?
That's right. I can't promise we'll discover every last detail of what happened, but it would get us closer to the truth.
Every piece of the puzzle is important. The more we learn, the closer we get to the real truth. If there's anything I can do to help, I'm in.
I appreciate that. Here, I want you to take this with you. This device extracts data from objects. Go to the ruins of the airship and search for any kind of debris that might be relevant to our research. When you find something, all you need to do is activate it. Once the device reaches its capacity, the light will flash, letting you know it's full. Come back when you're done. I'll be waiting here.
How many pieces of debris?
It varies by location and situation, but I'd estimate that 4 would probably do the trick out here.
Is this it? This could be one.
Did you know there's a weird fellow who lives in the remains of that downed airship?
Is this a downed airship?
Originally. Now it looks as though it's someone's home.
Sazh?
Leave us alone.
What are you doing here? Oh. Dodge? Is he asleep?
Yeah, he's been like that for centuries. Silent as death. Ever since the chaos came and destroyed everything. His body's still alive, but his soul, it's not in there.
What's that?
It's a coffer of souls. If I can collect enough soul fragments, Dodge will wake up. At least that's what I was told. Could just be a lie, though.
Who gave it to you?
Lumina. Enough talk. I gotta look after my son.
Hope, you've got to be able to find something about Dodge's condition. Sazh is... I can't let him go through this.
I know, Lightning. I was listening too. I'll look into it. It's difficult to say what exactly is wrong with Dodge. Physically, he seems fine, but I detect no mental activity. Not even dreams. It's as if he's in a coma. He's just not in there. I don't even know. But poor Sazh will do anything if it might bring Dodge back. Even searching for soul fragments.
I want to do something to help, but I don't know where to start. I should have pushed Sazh to tell me more.
My goodness me! If it isn't the Savior. Fancy meeting you here.
Don't go acting all sweet and innocent, Lumina. I know it's no coincidence that you're here.
Oh, so you think that I'm lurking around here, hiding poor little Dodge's soul. Is that it?
Something like that.
Nope. Though you're right that it's no coincidence. I'm here because I've been keeping an eye on you. I'm just so worried about whether you'll be able to save Sazh.
Save Sazh? What about Dodge?
Whatever. You can save both, if you'd really like. But you must have noticed that dear Daddy's soul is getting crushed, right, Savior?
I hope there's still data inside. I'm getting a signal. The indicator light is blinking. Looks like I got everything I need. Time to head back. I think I may have enough. Will this do?
Excellent work. I'll analyze this information at once. Let's see here. This is rather unexpected. I've managed to detect what seems to be part of an audio file. Let's hear it.
Mayday! Our current location is... Damn it! These coordinates make no sense. Where the hell are we? What in God's name is that? What is that thing? A woman? How can she be? That is impossible!
And that's where it ends.
The pilot said he saw something impossible. What do you think that could be?
I don't suppose it could be darkness of some sort. Perhaps it was the unseen chaos that's supposedly sealed beneath Etro's temple.
Who could he have meant by the woman? You don't suppose that could have been the goddess? That doesn't seem possible, but...
The goddess? No, I don't think so. That would defy science. It was probably just the pilot seeing his wife's face flash before his eyes before he died. But what's that saying? Never say never. In order to produce a scientific explanation, we need to keep gathering more data.
Still got a long way to go.
Yes, but thanks to you, we're already a step closer. A little progress is better than no progress at all.
I would say you're right.
Things have been stagnant for a long, long time, as you know. That tiny bit of new information is an amazing discovery for researchers everywhere. You can't imagine the great gift you've given us all.
Well, it wasn't all thanks to me. I couldn't have done it without this guy over here, the Angel of Valhalla.
Hey, first time in Jagd? My name's Darius. I like to keep on top of what's happening around here. This village is called Jagd. It's mostly hunters who live here. We survive by hunting monsters of all kinds. The people here may not look like much, but trust me, they know how to use a bow. Only the very best can join our band. We're a close-knit band of elite hunters, united by the dangers we face.
Poltae lies in the rocky foothills near the temple. You should talk to the villagers before venturing inside.
Are you busy?
Very busy, Kupo. Kupo, Kupo. Kupo, Kupo.
It's a savior!
What? Hey, easy there.
Oh, savior, we've been waiting for you.
Deep in the forest, I stumbled onto a small village. The last home of the Moogles. I was just in time. Their peaceful lives were about to be shattered by a terrible menace. You mean them?
Yes, Kupo. Terrible beast they are. They might purge us poor Moogles, Kupo. Ow, ow.
And now they know where you live.
You did it! You got rid of the monsters that were terrorizing the Moogles. That ought to be a weight off their minds. You should let them know right away.
What's all the noise for, Kupo? Some of us enjoy a little peace. It's the sheep, Kupo! The Grand Poobah, Kupo! Where have you been, Kupo?
You can't really be. You're still alive? Mog, it really is you, isn't it?
Kupo, Kupo! Lightning! What?
Hey, come back! Mog, it is you, isn't it?
Who's Mog, Kupo?
What are you playing at? Is it that terrible having to see me again?
No, Kupo, I swear!
Then turn around.
Mog does not deserve to look lightning in the eye, Kupo.
Oh.
Because Mog couldn't protect Serah, Kupo. And so...
Mog.
Kupo?
I'm glad you're all right. I was worried about you. I know what you're feeling. You've shed a lot of tears for Serah, haven't you?
Kupo.
But blaming yourself for what happened is just gonna make her sad. You know that.
Serah's gone, Kupo. Gone forever.
Her soul is still out there. And I promise you, I'm going to bring her back.
Really, Kupo?
Really. So listen, I need a very important favor from you.
Kupo... Popo?
There's a chance that I won't be around to meet her when she returns. I'm gonna try not to let that happen. But if it does, I want you to be there instead. She'll need someone she knows and loves waiting for her. That's more like the old Mog. Don't give up. Things are going to get better.
Of twisted rock formations. The bare cliffs stretch for miles around. You'll need the help of a chocobo if you want to get anywhere in this terrain. Strange to say, but people have built a village out here. Poltae, inhabited by followers of the goddess XIII. Somewhere in this area stands a remote village, which is inhabited by followers of XIII. They were run out of the cities for being heretics, and fled here, a land blighted by the goddess's temple, where no others dare to tread.
Could that be? Is that the Angel of Legends? The White Chocobo! I am one of the believers, awaiting the world's end. And you are the bringer of the end. That creature with feathers of white will lead you toward your destined path. Now is the time. You must make your way to the temple. I will stand right here, praying for your safety and for your soul.
The Chocobo is fully recovered from his wounds. I think it's time, Light. Fate has brought you this far, and the Chocobo is ready to take you the rest of the way. Go to the temple. Find the source of the Great Chaos.
Look at the angel soar!
Your mission was to bring me here, to the gates of this temple, and you've completed that task. From here on in, I go it alone. What happens next is the Savior's job.
The Temple of the Goddess. It was not originally a part of this world, but was left here when Valhalla fell. Legends tell us that the Great Chaos sleeps within this temple's walls. It would most likely refer to the power that has destroyed this world.
The unseen chaos that has torn the world apart, and it was unleashed by one man, all because he wanted to stop time for a girl he loved. Caius Ballad. If only I could have stopped him earlier. But I didn't. Serah, are you there? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I've been waiting for such a long time just to see you. But I'm coming home now. It's been a long journey, and it's almost over. I've got so many things I want to tell you.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, Lightning, you're just like I remember. We haven't seen each other for so long, but you won't let on that you're glad.
You're my sister. You know me better than that. Like you always tell me, I don't wear my heart on my sleeve.
Yeah. The number of times Snow and I tried to get you to crack a smile, but we never could. Except for that one time. You've always been like that. Even when we were kids. But Light, when you've done your mission and I come back, promise me that you'll smile for me then, okay?
Serah was right. Ever since I could remember, even as a child, I always kept my feelings deep inside. But this time, it wasn't a mask, and I wasn't hiding my joy. When I saw Serah, I didn't feel anything at all. It's like whatever love I'd had for her was gone from my heart.
You survived another day.
It was just for a second, but I saw Serah. I guess I must be doing something right. God decided to give me a little taste of my final reward.
You don't sound very pleased.
Ever since I woke up as the Savior, I haven't felt much of anything.
I think it's because you've been made something more than human. Something almost divine.
Wait, what do you mean?
The Savior is God's chosen servant. The Aradia is your life force now. It's the light of God himself inside every cell of your being. What I'm saying is, it's as if you're turning into a god yourself.
And when does that stop? When the end comes, will I be sitting up there in heaven with Bonavelsa himself? Not the future I want.